Alright, we're gonna watch
The
this.
magic of the holidays is here, and
Oh,
Time
put the
Charger is
iPad down.
new devices running on the network with unbeatable 5. Now!
Hey.
1 whole, 2 equal parts, halves.
No, flip it over. Thank you. Push play.
That's an ostrich. Next, that's a Toy Story. Next, that's a snorkel. Next, that's a... Seriously? Mount Rushmore? How'd you even get that in you? That's a proper noun. Next, a common noun. It's a general person, place, thing, or idea. A proper noun is an actual person, place, thing, or idea. Now, make them sound. Common noun. All around. A planet. Volcano. Declaration. And proper noun. Make them sound. Proper noun. Let's get down like Bruce and Mars. Back to toe. Declaration of Independence. Downtown. What's that sound? A person, place, or thing is found. Downtown. So profound. Name, ideas, mess around. Who is that guy? What is that thing? What is that place? Some layman, you sing the song. Now serving concrete and abstract nouns. I suppose you want me to explain what those are. Listen up, I'm only saying this once. A concrete noun, something I believe I haven't mentioned. A concrete noun, something we see with your senses. You can see, a beat, you can hear.
Wait, I have something to write. What? You like it?
Yeah, okay.
Does that mean no or yes?
It says okay. Wait.
Eek,
Wait.
freak, eek, break, make, take.
Oh my god. Alright, what are nouns?
What?
I said what are nouns?
Nouns?
Yes, what are nouns?
I don't know.
What were we just watching?
What
is a noun?
No. I don't know.
That person, place, or thing. What is a noun?
An instrument.
No.
What it is?
What did I just say?
I don't know.
A noun is a person, place, or thing. What's a noun?
Well, a person that plays a thing.
Person, place, or thing. Alright, we're going to do this.
I'm copying letters.
Cool. We're doing this Halloween fill-in. You're going to read the story and make a list of nouns you can use. Then complete the story with using the words from your list. So, what's a person?
Its name.
This is my blank and I
Well, let me
had
see.
woke up. My blank and I worked up the nerve to approach this old abandoned blank at our block's end. So my what?
My oh gosh.
What?
My oh god. My oh god.
God and I woke up the nerve to approach this old abandoned
House.
At our block ends, we timidly creaked up the
House.
and knocked softly. Suddenly the blank swung open.
That's a bat.
Suddenly what swung open?
The door. What?
So behind it stood a
Door.
behind the door.
Behind the door, it's a ghost. There's a ghost.
Behind it, we both screamed and ran back to my blank. What did they run back to?
Their car.
Even after this blank,
Car.
even after all this
Time.
time,
Two.
I've never gone back. Alright, so I wrote other words that we did. So you want to write them in the... Yes! Fine, I'll read. I'll write it. So what's a noun? What the...
House. Abandoned house. Now house. Abandoned house. Abandoned now house. Can I write my name on it to give it to my mommy? Can I write my name with this?
No.
What is that sound? Let's think of
You want me to
memories.
read it all together?
Yeah.
Alright. My God and I worked up the nerve to approach the old abandoned house at our block's end. We timidly creeped up the house and knocked softly. Suddenly the door swung open. Behind it stood a ghost. We both screamed and ran back to my car. Even after all this time, I never gone back. And that was a good story. You think it was a good story?
Guess what I write it?
BG. That's what you
What
wrote.
does BG mean?
I don't know.
Bad diarrhea.
BG.
BG.
Alright.
Now what does it say?
Eco. Eco.
My
Alright.
teacher's doing a video. Did you know it just said that?
The Princess and the Pig. The Princess and the Pig. So you're gonna raise your hand every time I say the. You ready?
Yeah.
The Princess and the Pig. Not long ago, in a kingdom far away from here, a farmer traveled home from the market with a cartload of straw. The farmer was so poor that he didn't have a horse and he had to pull his own cart. In the back of the cart laid a tiny pink piglet. Nobody wanted to buy the piglet at the market, but the farmer had taken pity on it. I'll call you Pigmala. Pigmala,
Pigmala.
he declared, as this seems like a good name for a pig. It was a hot day and the farmer stopped to rest in the shade of a great castle.
Keep going.
Far, far above him, on a high balcony, the queen was inspecting her new baby daughter.
Her new baby daughter.
The queen was so rich that she had several nannies and didn't have to look after her own child. The queen picked up the baby of her cradle and held her at arm's length. I'll call you Priscilla,
That's a nice name.
she declared, as it seems like a good name for a princess.
It's copying your voice, not mine.
A moment later, a wet, squealing noise came from baby's diaper, closely following an awful smell. Yuck! She shrilled the queen, dropping the baby and running off to find the royal nannies. She left so quickly that she didn't notice she had dropped the baby over the edge of the balcony. Oh my gosh.
No, I
Down.
what you're saying.
Down, down, down went the baby into the farmer's cart. Up, up, up flew the piglet into the princess' cradle. When the queen returned
Hello.
to find the piglet laying where the baby should have been, she let out a larger shriek and fainted into her nanny's arms. The king thought he knew what happened. A bad fairy has done it, he explained. The fairy wasn't invited to the princess's christening, so she turned the baby into a piglet to get her revenge. It's the sort of thing that happens all the time in books.
Did it actually happen to baby?
No. Meanwhile, the farmer had returned home. No. Had returned home surprise to discover a baby girl laying where the piglet
Was.
should have been. The farmer's wife thought she knew what happened. A good fairy has done this, she exclaimed. The fairy knew how poor and honest we were and how badly we wanted a child, so she turned the piglet into a baby. It's the sort of things that happen in the books all the time. So, without a second thought, the baby became Pigmella, the farmer's daughter, and the piglet became Priscilla, the royal queen. What? She's a pig! It wasn't long before Pigmella was able to eat, walk, and get dressed all by herself. And the farmer and his wife soon forgot she had ever been a pig. Things were not so easy for Priscilla, but the king and queen never let anyone forget that she was really a princess.
Never let anybody forget that she was a princess, and I love princesses.
Yeah.
Just like us.
As Pigmella grew older and beautiful and was admired by everyone she met, Priscilla grew older. She grew not so smart and not so beautiful, and was annoyed by everyone she met. One day the farmer's wife overheard some of the castle servants talking with the princess who turned into a pig. It just so happened to Pigmella, she told her husband, only the other way around. The farmer soon guessed what happened. The princess and the pig must have swapped places somehow. He explained, it's the sort of thing that happens all the time in books. This one is called The Prince and the Pauper. The poor farmer and his wife were very unhappy. They loved Pigmella, but they knew they must return her to her rightful home. Pigmella was also unhappy. She loved the farm and his wife, and did not want to live with anyone else. But they were an honest family, so the next day they all went to the castle to see the king and queen. The king and queen listened to the farmer's story, but they didn't believe him. What nonsense, cried the queen. Ridiculousness, the king laughed. This girl must be smart and beautiful, but she doesn't look or speak like a real princess. The queen thought she knew what had happened. It's a trick,
It's a trick. What the?
she declared. This girl is a farmer's daughter pretending to be the princess so she can marry a prince. It's the sort of thing that happens in books all the time. Puss in Boots. And so Pigmella returned home to the farmer and his wife, where she married a young shepherd and lived happily ever after, and never once that she had become a princess. And Priscilla had gotten married to some handsome prince, though he had to be talked into it. Priscilla has changed into a pig by a bad fairy, the king explained. But once she kissed her, the spell will be broken, and she will turn back into a beautiful princess, added the queen. It's the sort of thing that happens all the time in books, they assured him. The Prince Frog. But unfortunately for the prince, it's not the sort of things that happen in this particular book.
Is it over?
Yes.